Hey bros, I'm sure many of you bought your 1000X M3 online and you didn't enjoy the benefit of having someone in your store explain to you exactly how to set up and optimize your new headphones. Well, so this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to show you the settings that I use for the 1000X M3, which really worked for me. So I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. First, I'll need you to connect your headphones to your smartphone and call up the Sony Headphones Connect app. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, please download it from the App Store and call it up. Now I'm going to put the app up right over here. Okay, so when you call up the app for the first time, most likely the app will prompt you to download and update your headphones to the latest firmware. In this case, the firmware that I'm using is version 2.0. So if you have not updated your headphones yet, please pause this video and do that first. Okay, so let's proceed to the settings. I like the fact that all the settings are in one singular page. So you just scroll up and down to access the different settings. Okay, the first setting you see is adaptive sound control. Let's skip that first. Let's go into ambient sound control. Ambient sound control lets you control how much ambient noise you want to hear. So in my case, I prefer to hear zero ambient noise. So that's why my dial is set to 0 right now. But try this. If you increase the dial, you'll notice that you begin to hear more and more ambient sound. So the further up the dial you go, the more ambient sound you're letting through. Now, in certain situations, you might need to hear some vocal information coming through. Say, if you're in a train and you want to know exactly when your train is reaching your station, right? What you can do is you can set ambient sound to maybe a 5 to a 10, but I'll just go for a 5, and check this checkbox here, focus on voice. So the headphones will amplify vocal information more through the headphones so that you can hear when the announcer says that you're reaching your stop. But most of the time I'll just set this to 0 because I want maximum noise cancelling. Okay, next up is the noise cancelling optimizer. Now, I encourage that you do this as early as possible. When you put on the headphones for the first time, with noise cancelling you might feel that there's quite a bit of pressure on your eardrums. Some people might even feel that it can get very uncomfortable after a while. So when you do this, what happens is that the headphones will optimize its noise cancelling to your ear's physical characteristics, and that gets rid of the pressure on your eardrums. It's pretty cool. Okay, so do that. It takes barely 10 seconds. Okay, sound position control, just leave it off. Trust me, you don't need it. Surround VPT. Okay, this is basically Sony's software for making your music and video sound more spacious, more airy, more concert-like. I usually just leave it off because I want my music and videos to remain as faithful to the original as possible. But if you prefer a little bit more airiness to your sound, just go ahead and play around with the settings. You have arena, club, outdoor stage. But like I said, I just leave it off. There's no point really. Okay, EQ settings. Now, before you adjust the headphones EQ settings, you gotta make sure that your phone's internal EQ settings is set to neutral, because otherwise it might interfere with your headphones EQ and you get terrible results. So always make sure of that first. Now, I prefer to leave it off because I find that these headphones sound the best when it's at flat EQ. But if you want to play around with the EQ settings, there are presets for you, or you can manually adjust by going to this graphics equalizer. But in my case, I usually just leave it to off. Sound quality mode, priority on sound quality, leave it there. DSEEHX, switch it on because I noticed that music and videos sound cleaner with this setting switched on. Okay, change function of NC Ambient button. This refers to this button over here. Okay, so what this button will do is to toggle between noise cancelling mode and ambient sound control. In my case, I don't usually use that feature a lot, so I would just rather switch it to Google Assistant. Automatic power off, switch it to do not turn off. Okay, adaptive sound control. Now, I wanted to get to this setting last because I realized that this is a feature that is not very well understood, and because of that, most people are not using it. So what I found with adaptive sound control is it can be useful if you are always on the move. What adaptive sound control does is to give you the appropriate noise cancelling level based on your current situation. So it detects up to 4 different situations. So it detects when you are sitting still or staying in one spot, walking, running, and if you are on public transport. Okay, I need you to pay attention to the ambient sound control bar. As you can see, for all of these 4 different situations, you have a different ambient sound level that the headphones passes through to you. So this is how it works. If the headphones detect that you are staying in one spot, it will give you this noise cancelling level. If it detects that you're walking, it will give you this noise cancelling level, and so on and so forth, okay? You can adjust though how much ambient sound you're passing through for each given situation. For me, I prefer when I'm staying still to just enjoy maximum noise cancelling. So ambient sound, pass through switch to 0. When I'm walking, I prefer, yes, some ambient sound coming through because I want to keep my wits about me, right? I don't want to get run over by a car. So I set ambient sound to usually at 5, okay? Running, the same. I want to still be able to hear something around me. And if I'm on public transport, also it's maximum, but maybe I would like to just increase ambient sound to a level 3 and focus on voice so that I never miss a train stop. So these are the settings I use here, but do take note that these settings are not set in stone, not at all. It really depends on your personal preference, but personally I feel that these settings are the best for me, and if you feel the same way, just feel free to leave them as they are and not adjust anything. But I hope that this tutorial has helped you understand the features better and how you can optimize your new WH-1000XM3. So bros, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up and sharing this video with your friends. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and remember to ring the bell to join my notification squad because I upload videos every single week. And this is the only way you'll get notified. And if you think this video was super useful for you, please consider buying me a cup of coffee through Patreon. Link is down below in the description box. Because seriously, I don't know how I survive without coffee. But anyway, my name is Aaron. You're watching Aaron Design and Wireless. This is the best YouTube tech review channel from Singapore. And I'll see you again in the next video. Face palm out!